Hi, today I'm proudly introducing you to Debbie Gottshall. Debbie is involved in a beautiful organization called the Pieceful Quilt Guild
Yes.
and Charity. So this is something I just learned about recently, Debbie, and I was like, I need her to come on and talk about this. How long have you been quilting, sewing?
Sewing all my life, made all my own clothes. Being petite, you had to shorten everything and take it in different places. So I'm a sewer all my life.
Okay.
I did start quilting probably 40 years ago. I knew nothing about it. I got the wrong fabric, but I'm still determined to finish that quilt. So I became serious about 9 years ago.
Okay, so 9 years ago, how did you learn about the Pieceful Patchers Quilt Guild?
Well, they meet in my church, first of all.
Okay.
So I had several members of my church who were very active in the group. And two of the founding members were members of the church. And I had one dear friend, Esther Hamilton, who kept asking me when I retired from teaching to come with her to the Quilt Guild meetings and charity. And I said, I'm just retired. I have too many things to do. And finally, she passed away in 2016, and I said, I have to do this in her memory. So,
and look at now.
That's
right?
when I joined, yes.
No looking back.
No, none at all.
So talk about the meetings. When are they? What kind of happens?
The meetings are the fourth Monday of every month.
Okay.
And it starts at 7 o'clock. Usually we're done by 9.
All right.
We meet in St. Paul's Church in Sarver. We have a business meeting where we'll discuss, like every group gives a report. We also have a retreat, so they have a report for the retreat. I give a charity report, membership report if we've had any new members, and then we plan projects for the year, like things, whether we want a speaker to come in or do we want do something else. Like right now they're working on a t-shirt project with the logo of the Peaceful Patchers on it.
Okay.
So, and after that, we have a block of the month each year, usually. And the people who are working on their block will bring that in for the month to show us. And then by the end of the year, they will have a full quilt with all the blocks put together.
Okay. How many members are a part of the guild?
About 60.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, we come all the way from Katanning, clear down to Freeport, Saxonburg, and Sarver.
Okay.
So.
Are you accepting new members?
Yes, always.
Always.
Mm-hmm. It's only $24 to join.
Okay, that's a bargain, right?
Yeah.
And doing beautiful work. Now, something that I learned in my research and other people told me about this, I have a friend that met you at the Lighthouse Foundation, the toy shop, and your group was making stockings for the kids, right?
Yes.
Is this an example of one of the stockings?
Mm-hmm. They're all handmade. They're all, we made 483 stockings for the Lighthouse this past December.
Oh my gosh.
So I have 4 turned in already this year.
So it's something you're working on all year. I mean, over you said 480 something.
483.
Now, how long have you been doing that for that organization?
When COVID came, the VA could not accept our veterans quilts. We make 120 veterans quilts each year for the veterans, and they go to Mercer and Butler County and distribute them. And they couldn't accept them without them being sanitized.
Yeah.
We couldn't afford that. So we looked for different groups, and I had extra quilts left over, and I just happened to stop at the Lighthouse. They're right down the road from me. And I said, could you use some extra quilts? And they said, yes. And then she said, well, we could really use stockings because we used to make stockings for the veterans. And I said, veterans don't care about stockings, but children
kids do, right?
Yes. So that's how we got in on making the stockings for Lighthouse.
Okay. And that's just so impressive and just, I think it's just simply awesome. There's many different organizations, though, that you support throughout the year. Could you give us some examples of other organizations?
Yes, we do 2 women's shelters, Haven and Hope. Hope is in Trenham. Haven is Katanning.
Okay.
We do Family Promise House. That's only been in effect for 2 years now. And they do anyone who is in need of a home, families, homeless people, anything like that. Our main is the veterans with 120 a year for them. But we do give, we're referred to local veterans I've given several to 100-year-old veterans.
Oh,
And we get their names. I ask for a picture and some information, and I have a notebook that has all the veterans.
that's
the logo.
wonderful.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I was actually looking at Debbie's report, and I think I remember seeing something like nearly almost $40,000 worth of materials, donations of quilts, have been given out in 2024.
Correct.
That's awesome. Now, the charity part of this organization, it meets separately.
Yes.
And when are those meetings?
Those are the fourth Wednesday of every month at Clinton Presbyterian Church in the basement.
Okay.
The church is very gracious to give us the stage to store our fabric. We have irons. We do our materials there. And 12 to 15 women come every Wednesday for that once a month.
And Debbie was describing that to me. It's like an assembly line. They all know what they have to do in order to get this work done.
Yes.
Right? You kind of got it down to a science.
Yeah, we don't hand quilt or we don't do the perfection. It's an assembly line.
Right, right. Well, Debbie, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure meeting you
I'm
too.
so thankful for the great work that you and your group are doing, and I know you are too. This is Debbie. You want to learn more, please contact her and support this awesome organization. Thank you. Thanks for watching this episode of the Butler Buzz. If you want to see more, just click on the playlist button up here. To keep up to date with all of Armstrong Neighborhood Channel, click on the subscribe button down here. Hey, I suggest you do both. See you next time.